I've got one more thing I would like to do, if this committee would indulge me, please. Mr. Jennings was asked a few months, Betsy done a few things on compensation for the employees here a while back. Looking at what Steve had did on his compensation he presented to the employees, we got 54% of total county employees that's making under $30,000. Nothing against you, Joel, but the headlines on Maryville's front page, the Times front page, Maryville employees got a 1.6% increase. That sort of slapped my face. That slapped the employee's face. I would like committee approval to ask Mr. Jennings to do a comprehensive salary study, sort of like Maryville and Alcoa does, around whatever they do and however they do it, to make sure that their people are being paid a proper wage based on the same jobs criteria that's out around them. Is that something we could have done prior to, Steve, open enrollment?
I'm sure this body can request Mr. Jennings to do that. Would you just hit your button and it'll turn on?
I think what Mr. Dunlap is referring to is that both Maryville and Alcoa cities pay a third-party supplier to do a comprehensive benchmarking analysis of their level of employees, peer-to-peer, against other municipalities, against counties, state employees, as well as privates, so that they can target, for example, say we want to pay at the average of what all the other cities pay. I don't have any of that data. I would have to get a third-party supplier to assist me in that. That wouldn't be free. It would cost some money, so it'd have to be an appropriation from somewhere to pay for that. I can go out and talk to Maryville and Alcoa, find out what they do, find out what it costs, go get some quotes, and come back to the committee. But there's no money in my budget to do that. We'd have to come back and say, here's what it would cost, here's what the deliverables would be, here's how long it would take to get. And what it would allow you to do then is to say, for example, you may find that if Blount County employees are paid 10% less than their peers at a various job function, then that equalizes out the fact that they don't have to pay for medical. And says, and it may tell you that if you want to charge for medical, you also need to give everybody a raise, so it's fair. Those are the types of things. I've always said that this is a total compensation issue. It's not a medical benefit cost issue. It's a total compensation issue. And so I don't know how you can address what you want to do with medical benefits cost to employees without knowing how they stack up against their peers in salary. So that's what I would do if you wanted to do that. But I don't have the data. I would have to go out and find that.
If you don't care, when we determine our next meeting date, could you bring those quotes back to, could you check on Maryville and Alcoa and bring it back to, and then in the meantime we can talk amongst ourselves to see where, depending on how much it costs, as to what we could as office holders put into it.
Sure.
But we're getting raped bad, and it's just, you know, the insurance plan is cream of the crop. We're hearing that. And then I know there's got to be some changes made, but we've got it made. We've got these cushy county jobs, and what I'm hearing out there, and I don't know about these other folks, I've worked my butt off for it. I've got sweat on every road in Blount County. These people sitting out here have got sweat on 95% of the roads. What we've got, we've earned. And I just want folks to know that we're not top of the line. You know, there's others out there that's making more than we are. Policy has been industry pays more, government's got better benefits. So if you don't care, bring those numbers back, and between now and then we will see if we can't come up with the money to come up with the compensation. Okay?
Mr. Dunlap, if you would not mind, will you put that in a form of a motion, and then we'll get a second to request him to bring those back at our next meeting,
I would,
and,
yes, sir,
and then
Mr.
we'll
Chairman.
vote on it.
I would ask that Mr. Jennings bring us back some numbers on the cost of doing a complete comprehensive study of the county salary, and I'll put that in the form of a motion, please, at our next meeting.
Do I have a second? A second. Mayor Mitchell. Any other questions or statements? Please signify your vote by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Have none. That passes that way, Mr. Jennings.